All right, guys, welcome back to another replay analysis. I couldn't think of the word. This one is of Wizky. If we all tab over here, he is a diamond 2 to 3, he says, and he was doing placements. So he got his replay analyzed by going to patreon.com/Gibbs00. I apologize in advance for my webcam that lags. Oh, it's not lagging as much right now. But, yeah. So again, go to Patreon if you want to replay analyzed, or, you know, if you want to play with me in Rocket League or whatever you want to play. I don't really care. And then coaching tiers as well. So go check it out. But let's get this replay underway. Again, placement matches, diamond 2 to 3. So depending on this replay, we'll put him in diamond 2 or 3 for the title. So pressure's on, Wizky. All right, let's see. Let's see how this goes. Not a bad start. He got the boost from midfield, and they got possession of the ball. The only thing I'm not a big fan of here, maybe, is like he's got a lot of boost. He doesn't necessarily have to rotate all the way back. It's especially because his teammate has a very easy clear. Now, again, this is diamond, so you generally want to be a little bit more safe. But that was a relatively easy clear. But it looks like he's just going to play behind the ball, which is perfectly fine for a diamond game. Let's see what he does here. Just throwing it back in, trying to disrupt. And I like this idea here. The only thing I would do here is not be so selfish, I guess you would call it, and go for the shot. Just go for the smarter play of trying to cancel out this 50-50. Said he like kind of tries to shoot this ball when he could have tried to get behind it on the left just to cancel out so it's not a super hard clear out. Just because you know that you basically have no shot there to score anyway. So try to play for the 50-50. Sometimes that can get you in trouble if they do miss. So again, because it's diamond, maybe, but not in that situation. All right, right here he's trying to rotate around this corner a little bit. Right there, I probably would have maybe rotated out and just let his teammate do his thing, but he was relatively close to it, so I get the idea of trying to get there in time. All right, I'm pushing the ball forward, see what he can do here. Nice little patient game there. Oh, and he pushes it through. Well done, well done. So right here, like I like this play where one, he throws it forward to try and get a counterattack going. Like everyone is trying to retreat from the blue side. So there's only one guy back right now. One thing I thought he might do is try and rush it off this corner and try and throw it mid, but he doesn't. He could have done that. That was an option, but he waits this ball out and just beats out the other play. One thing I like here is we were talking about selfish shots earlier. Right here, he could have tried to go for a more direct line, tried to throw this on net, but he sees that the other guy kind of turned around in the wrong spot, so he just got to inch it by him. So well done there. Non-selfish play, going for the pass. Again, he gets the boost grab, so not terrible. Let's see what else happened here, then the replay. Looks like the other guy moved up too, though. So, it's a little bit sketchy. I'm not sure where he's going, but that's not really his fault. That's on them. Getting a big clear. I like this where he flips to get in position. The one thing I would worry about right here is obviously there's someone else in front of him. So if he moves up as well, it's going to be two people in the same spot. So I would have been a little bit more careful, maybe been a little bit more patient, just because the other guy's being extremely patient. And the thing you don't want to do is like drive by him, and then he also drives up too at the same time. So we'll see what happens here. Good challenge, though. It did work out. The other guy was extremely patient, so it does work out. And he gets the challenge. Now he knows he's the third man here. This is a dangerous play right here. So I don't mind this play, really, because you expect the teammate to hit this. So he tries to rush it right after he knows it's a miss. He tries to go for the block over the shot because he thinks the other guy's closer, which, again, not a bad idea. It just goes a little bit high. But, again, going for the block makes a little bit of sense. But just maybe a little bit too excited on that area. Here we go. We got the counterattack here. Oh, that guy should have been throwing that ball forward a little bit quicker. Probably could just scored. He probably has a wide open net, actually. Let me see. If he just throws this ball hard, let's see what happens. Yeah, that's pretty free. I don't know why he settles that down. It doesn't make a lot of sense. The one thing I would do from Wizky is once he does settle this down, he does flip into it, so it's not really his fault. At this point, I would just turn away just because you're getting a little too close. He does get demoed, so it doesn't really matter. One thing I would do on the respawn here, the ball's in the other corner, is I would go for this boost in the left corner. I'm not sure if it's there, though, so maybe that's why he didn't go for it. But he's picking up some welfare boost. Just kind of lingering around. One thing I would be a little bit careful of, he starts lingering like super far away from the play. I generally, like, when you're the third man, I wouldn't go this far to the right. I would kind of stay more midfield just to see what happens. Sure, there is tiny snack there, but I wouldn't go this far to the right. Because now he's so far away from any type of play that he's not going to get first touch and basically has to let this ball come at him. So he's being maybe a little bit too patient. Now, this play right here, not a good play. Now, this is definitely a diamond level play where he doesn't feel confident to go up for this ball, like as the third man. But this is his ball clearly. No one else is around. He should probably fly and try and meet this ball and try and kill it in the corner. Now, again, it is a tough play because like all of his teammates are out of position. So even one bad touch on this aerial is basically a wide open net for blue team. So it is a very hard play. But if you are a diamond level player, this is a play that you should learn to just try and softly kill it into the corner. He comes up this late, and now that he has to read a bounce, like reading the bounce is always going to be harder than just going up for the aerial. So you're probably better off going up for the aerial instead of trying to read the bounce. Doesn't work out for him there. Moving on. And that's another thing, too, is he was, like, so incredibly patient in the backfield that if you don't feel that confident, then you should be a little bit closer just to be involved in the play so you don't allow a big player like that on you. A good idea here, just wrap around the corner, go for some demos, and rotate out. Good challenge right here. I like this idea. As soon as he sees this first touch, he goes for the challenge. And that's basically what you have to base it on, is when someone hits the ball just a little bit too far forward, that's when you decide to challenge. Smart challenge there. He would have had it. His teammate actually got it, but now his teammates are getting kind of in his way. That's probably his ball, but, you know, it happens. Now you just got to spread out on the field again. The one thing I would do here is he's turning to look for boost, but as soon as you see no boost, I would turn ball cam back on. It's not like he desperately needs welfare boost, so I would turn ball cam back on just to see what you're doing. Right there, he does grab 3 of the boost, so he gets 36 more boost, but if he had ball cam on, maybe he can react to a play a little bit quicker. Now here, it doesn't really matter, but in the future, could. Nice idea there, trying to pop it up. He just kind of doesn't get enough on it. I think he wants to put this ball more forward so he can aerial for it. So I like the idea. He just kind of screws up that dribble. Just head on back. Alright. See what happens here. Just wait now. Be very passive. Which again, in diamond level, I don't mind this. Oh, bad challenge here though. He thinks he's going to pop this up. But you can kind of just read by his car language that he's not really popping this ball anywhere, and he's probably just going to kill it. So you should just try and drive right into it. Instead, he tries to jump a little bit too high. You kind of have to read what the other car is doing right before they touch the ball just to be able to know exactly what they're trying to do. But there it looked pretty cleanly that he was just going to trap it because he was driving very, very slow into it. Okay, third man again. Let's see what he does. He's a little cautious, which I get. Oh, this aerial. It did work out, but this is a sketchy aerial. So the problem with this aerial is you have one guy rotating out. He's not going to be part of the play. Your other teammate that you want to pass to is also in the same corner with you, probably with very low boost. So he aerials from really far away, first off. Plus, there's no angle for a shot, really. And it just is a recipe of, like, not that great. So you know what? I was wrong. Look at this. It works out. Okay, you know what? I thought the other guy was rotating out right there. I see Sinus going, but I guess he just grabbed midfield boost. And, you know, sometimes I guess you just got to go for it. I personally wouldn't go for this. I would have waited for the rebound, see what type of rebound they do, and try and create an offensive play out of it. But, hey, you know what? It worked. So who's wrong but this guy? So there you go. The 50-50 goes directly down to his teammate. The perfect play. And who am I? Who am I to talk? Normally, though, I don't like flying high into the corners from really far away. I just feel like it usually doesn't give you too much of a benefit. But hey, you know what? It worked there. This is why I don't watch him beforehand, so I can look foolish too once in a while. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Just some odd plays right there. He just doesn't read that the other guy's going to go for the hit, and I don't blame him. Doesn't seem like that would be a problem. This play I like. He's first one up. The problem is his teammates also jump up after him. Now, this isn't his fault. He jumps up first for the aerial while the other guys jump up after him. So if you can look into fly view, you'll see this. Like Tiny Snake, you shouldn't have jumped. Your teammate jumped first. Cynix, you also shouldn't have jumped because he's the first one to the ball. Whenever everyone goes for the same ball, whoever hits it first is not the problem. Is always not the problem because it should have been their ball. So there you go. We got a triple commit. That's not his fault. It's going to be a wide open net, though. Can't really blame him for that. And we'll move on. Sorry again for the laggy webcam. I'm trying to fix it, but it just doesn't want to fix itself. No one's watching me anyway. Everyone's looking at the replay. All right. Tiny Snake. Trying to make some plays. So again, here, like the one thing that I would say that I don't like about his play is just how far back he is most of the time. Because again, you generally just have to read what's about to happen and position based on that. Right here, clearly possession for Tiny Snake. Clearly, Cynix is going to head back and rotate out. So if there is a deep ball, he's covered. He has Cynix there. He doesn't have to worry about it. So he should be way upfield, getting ready for a pass attempt. But instead, he's like super far back. Now he moves up when there is a clear attempt. But you see how Cynix is there for the play. Now he misses the ball. And again, that's the diamond in this lobby. But still, you have to trust your teammates a little bit and be available for more offensive opportunities. Nice little cut there by Cynix. Can't really blame Wizky here. He's trying to help him and get involved. Just doesn't read it exactly. Good challenge there. So this I don't mind because you don't want the free clear out. So you're just trying to 50-50 and keep it alive. Now this is different from the aerial one because he's a lot closer to the ball. He doesn't have to waste as much boost. So it's not that big of a deal. His teammates, both of them go up. So he's got to be a little bit cautious here. So I don't mind him backing up a little bit here. An okay challenge. Probably could have been a little bit better, but it works out. Goes super high out. Now, one of his teammates got demoed here. So, again, he like immediately always wants to turn around. Being very, very passive. But you just had a teammate demoed. When that happens, it was the greatest thing on Cosmic when Kronovi or Sad got demoed because I knew I could move upfield. They're going to respawn in time, so you don't have to worry about that. He immediately turns around, though. He probably isn't going for that ball anyway, but to just be in the presence of mind to have a chance to go for it in case something's different would have been nice. Right here, he just reacts a little bit slow to this ball. And it's all about the takeoff of your area, right? He wasn't going that fast, so it's going to make it a little bit harder to gain that speed back up. And just a little bit of a slow reaction for that goal. Now, sure, his teammate probably shouldn't have been dunked, but still. That's a savable ball. Just got to react a little bit quicker. Be more confident in your takeoffs and aerials. Use some boost. You'll move on. But that's what it seems like a little bit. He's a little bit passive. And he's a little bit cautious on his aerials. Wow. Okay, you know what? Sometimes goals like that happen, right? So Cynix puts that one home. But it seems like overall, I think he's not super confident by the way he's playing defense, where he's staying so incredibly far back, even when someone's rotating in. Sometimes you just have to be more aggressive, and mistakes are going to happen. But honestly, like, if you're trying to get better at Rocket League, you're better off ball chasing like crazy anyway. Nice goal there to finish it off. See right here, he's more involved in the play. He moves up. He's past the midfield line. He's waiting for a pass. And because he's more upfield, then a mistake happens and he can capitalize on it. And that's just a better play. But in general, when you are like a diamond level player or lower and you're trying to improve in Rocket League, like I always tell people, like, sure, there will be mistakes, but ball chase like crazy. Because if you ball chase, it means you get more touches per game, which means you just get more chance to practice the actual game instead of being cautious and being passive and playing for maybe half the hits of a normal game. So generally, for your mechanical side, you'll probably get better twice as fast by ball chasing. You might lose a little bit more at the start, but you'll get twice as many touches, twice as much practice when you're playing the game. So sometimes that's just better off to do. But thank you, Wizky, for the replay. And thank you guys for watching me make me look like a fool. Was I not on Wizky at the end? Oh, no, I was. Okay. But that's it for this replay. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.